Hey guys, another Friday, another video coming at you. My name's CJ and this is 52 Fridays, a video series which I'm doing every Friday this year. Except this one's going to be a little bit different. See, the ranked placement matches have happened in League. I got placed pretty low, but I'm going to take this opportunity to make a video of my 10 placement matches as a reminder to myself as well of what I did good, what I did bad, and what I'm going to improve on in the future to carry myself. So without further ado, let's just dive straight into it. So the first match I play is Ezreal. Started playing a couple of normals with him to begin with. Going the blue build with Thunderlord's proc passive at the moment. It's really strong, just as in terms of general poke. Only problem is the beginning of the match didn't exactly go the way that we wanted to. I mean, I got my tier, I started stacking it, but Lucian, as evidence in the clip beforehand with the quadra-kill I got just by playing Thunderlords, is so strong on him. You build the new Essence Reaver, which gives you cooldown reduction and mana on a critical strike, along with a passive critical strike rating, and it's just incredibly strong. Now, I managed to start getting myself back in with a couple of those cheeky true shot barrages to just kind of pick up kills here and there while still trying to stack the tier. Managed to get my Iceborne Gauntlet, which procs are slow every time you use an attack or spell. So by doing this, again, I was just trying to keep myself relevant, even though the enemy team were getting kills. The Cho'Gath on our team, fucking huge. So strong. Unfortunately, they did manage to shut him down a good couple of times. Here again, we're just going to get another true shot barrage go in, pick off the Lucian, luckily, because Lux managed to get the Luminosity passive off. Again, next clip, it is just playing passive, even though the farm 122 at 26 minutes is awful. Cho was fed enough that he could just sit in there. Jax had started to scale. The Lux ult there with True Shot Barrage managed to pick up another kill on Lucian. We managed to get a 2 for 0, and we're still chasing these guys down. I thought I'd speed it up just to kind of help it. Shaco wasn't really doing much of anything, and I get a really quick cheeky hit off there on the Vel'Koz. Continuing forward, it's just playing safe. We managed to get towers. They were getting towers. It was really close. Quite proud of this, just kind of in terms of kiting. If you see here, the Shaco, he dives on me. True shot, because of the cooldown reduction from Mana Way, Ionian Boots, and Iceborne Gauntlet, allowed me to kind of continually have that Q, which synergizes with the rest of his kit. Managed to get a nice triple kill before Brand comes in and uses the ultimate on me. Yeah, we just eventually just scaled, and that's all that our team comp needed to. Yasuo needs to become a monster in late game. Jax just becomes a monster if he gets anything in the form of a kill or assist, and I just needed to get to that point where I have maximum CDR, had enough damage, and I'd fully stacked my Manamune. Combine that with the lifesteal off of Blade of the Rune King active, and I was able to kite for days and keep getting lifesteal back. Vel'Koz, still a bit of a pain, but he was incredibly squishy. Rengar here just easily shot off. But yeah, I mean, the first ranked match did look kind of bad at first. I thought, oh, here we go, gonna manage to get a loss. But we did kind of just scale. We won team fights. We just kept pushing and eventually got the first win, which is a great start for me. I'm very happy about that. Going into game 2, I was a little bit more confident with my ability on Ezreal. Combine that with the Poppy support, which is currently pretty damn strong due to an overloaded kit. I wasn't that afraid of the Alistar. Combine that with Thunderlords and I can get 3 hits on him, which is enough to back him off. Or if I jump onto that enemy vein, she'll take 2/3 of her HP, and then we'll have to back out until late game when she starts scaling again. So this is just terms of general poke in the lane. The enemy had a Kindred. I wasn't too sure if I was marked at this point or not, but they just started aggressing on me. I had to play it safe, and we got the Thunderlord's proc off there, but then the Kindred appears. Again, having to be pretty safe about it. I hope Poppy gets slain, unfortunately. Alistar tries diving me, pop the heal to make sure I get out, and to be honest, if Vayne had stuck around for one more auto attack, I would have been as good as dead. Fast forward this, and then Fizz and Fiddlesticks come around for the counter gank. I love Fiddlesticks with the new Echo enchantment in the jungle. He's so strong. Fizz manages to pick up another kill. We have to kind of kite back and forth while we're just chasing. This is true, like, bronze level play right now. And I'm lucky enough that I can get a quick flash EQ to get the kill. But jumping forward, got a kill and an assist. Poppy just absolutely destroying that Vayne. I'm a bit cheeky with the True Shot Barrage. Unfortunately, it got the better of me as I had to arcane shift away. They managed to get the dragon off of that. I kind of go back in even though I shouldn't have. I knew that, but I still kind of went in. And these are the kind of decisions that I need to kind of work on in the future. Kindred manages to get another kill off of it, and I just made the enemy jungler that much stronger. Well, it doesn't matter. I'm 2-1-1 right now. CSing okay considering the amount of harass. Vayne again just getting caught out, not warding enough, and Fiddle manages to get the other kill. A couple of minutes later, we've managed to push down their bot lane turret, and the enemy Kindred accidentally saves the Fizz. I shoot True Shot Barrage down just as a means of wave clear, hopefully try and pick off maybe Vayne if she's getting in. Managed to get a shut down. Alistair saves me there with the headbutt, but we just managed to get turrets, and it's again a case of scaling, just stacking that tier. Fiddle is pretty damn strong. Problem is that the enemy Garen on our team, sorry, this is quite a nice outplay. Arcane shift into the bush. She thinks I'm down. No, quick little Q there to hit them off. So we got a dragon fight here. We've already kind of poked him down enough, but I'm starting to get my cooldown now, so we can just kind of sit here, fight a lot. Garen's trying to frontline, but this Kindred is just sitting here for as long as possible trying to do it. I make the most of her ultimate here. Unfortunately, get headbutted towards the Vayne, and she manages to pick up the kill, but we do eventually win that fight. That's a lie. We got aced. I'm bad. But it doesn't matter. I mean, we are behind in terms of kills, but we just managed to pick the right people off at the right times. I've now fully maxed my mirror mana, got Essence Reaver. I thought I'd give that a go just in case I can crit and get some more mana back. Max out a cooldown reduction, and we're doing pretty well for ourselves. I get a 4-man ultimate off there. Managed to get another hit onto Vayne, and this is kind of Benny Hill style. We're just chasing for days. I've got enough cooldown that I can, if I hit my Q, just arcane shift all the time. We've managed to get both of those kills down there. From there, we do turn and go towards Baron, just to try and swing it into our favour. Now, with a team comp like this, Fiddlesticks is amazing at taking objectives thanks to that drain. He's got more than enough sustain that he can just almost solo it if he's fed enough. But it was uncontested. We managed to pick it up, and from there, that's where the tables really started to turn. We just got people like Fizz, like Poppy, just diving turrets, and for that, we can then just allow myself and Garen to just kind of destroy towers. Again, we kind of get a little bit overzealous. I foolishly leap into the Kindred ultimate to try and save myself. I do get the kill, but because the turret targeted me, I was down for the count. Vayne unfortunately gets another kill, but at this point, I'm fed enough that I'm just going to split push for days. They're down there fighting. I'm just getting free inhibitors. I'm getting free towers, and from there we've won it. Fizz cops onto it. He joins in the action, and from there it's 2-for-0 in placements. It's pretty nice. So moving on into game 3, I managed to get the jungle role, so I decided to go in as Kindred. Practiced her quite a bit in normals lately, and I just really like their kit. especially the percentage damage passive that they have. Here, I managed to get her so low that I just had to kind of go YOLO about it. Got the kill, leapt out, and I did not, and I don't understand how I died still there. Like, it showed there I had a sliver of health, but it doesn't really matter that much because as soon as I respawn, I roam top lane and get involved in quite a good team fight. Targeted Garen because, again, percentage HP against him is pretty damn strong, and Graves picks up the kill there, leaving me 1-1-1. Try and rush down this tower just because it would be easier than just letting Graves do it on his own. And this is the good thing about the meta at the moment. Effectively, we have 3 AD carries. Myself, Graves, which is currently the strongest win rate in 3 different positions, and Caitlyn, who is just an absolute siege monster. They reworked her Yordle snap traps so that you can place up to 5 at a time, and it empowers her Q if an enemy steps on them. Here, I just wanted to showcase how easy it is to take Dragon with Kindred. With her E move, as well as the W and the Q combined, I'm able to take this solo, and because of the passive that Kindred have on their W, where you gain health after reaching 100 stacks, I'm just able to sustain myself as long as I have the mana and get a free easy Dragon without anybody there knowing. So run forward, Wukong unfortunately gets the kill, and I try to roam forward to good it. Fail, and again, just from here, I'm just sustaining off of the minions that would otherwise kill me in the jungle. The enemy team kind of has a good team fight going for them. They get a good couple of kills going off, but I don't like the look of this. I'm going to try and get in on the action. So just taking Garen out, he tries to use his ultimate on me. It's not enough damage, and I thought I'd try and be a superhero, but Misfortune's fed at this point. She gets a double kill and a tower thanks to double tap. But I'm not going to let it lie down. I'm going to try and go for her again. So use everything in my combo and manage to get a free kill thanks to the ultimate. The ultimate saved me big time there. This here, so proud of. This is what I'm good at when I'm jungling. The enemy's there, he's got his smite, it's going to turn into a smite fight as soon as I leap over this wall. But thanks to the Q hitting, I knew that I had enough damage on the smite to beat him out. Flash straight out of the dragon pit so they can't fight me, and I get away with a free dragon still. It's one of my things that I'm getting very good at. It doesn't matter the jungler that I'm playing, I do it. Unfortunately though, Diana, she had other ideas, and I get absolutely crushed by her. She's fed at this point, and there wasn't much that I could do to try and fight it. So we're at the point where we're doing the Baron dance around the area of the jungle. Everyone's just getting caught out at this point. They're ahead by 14 kills, God knows how much gold. And this here just shows how fed Misfortune was at this point. We initiate on the Garen, which in terms of team fighting, that's okay because we have to hit the front line, but we couldn't dive the back line. Misfortune gets bullet time off almost all of us, and we get destroyed by it. But again, they're kind of fighting over there. I respawn. I'm just going straight over to the dragon to try and just save it for as much as possible. Unfortunately, they did get the Baron and a good couple of kills off of it. But again, it's just trying to survive. I get killed. I get crushed. Fortunately, we lose the game. The first loss in placements, it didn't really sit well with me, so I kind of just instantly queued up and went to go and do that again. Not to be deterred, I go into another match as Kindred, and this time I do have an incredibly good start. Unfortunately, the bot lane managed to get a double kill, but I've gone top. Lee is low. I had him targeted to begin with, and luckily the Q managed to get a kill. Then use the E onto Tahm Kench and get that last hit to prop for percentage damage and walk away with a nice double kill. Unfortunately, that doesn't really last long. I get cocky again. I go into the enemy jungle to try and steal their blue, prevent their enemy mid laner from getting it. So in this case, Ahri would be manaless for fair while. Unfortunately, I think they must have had it warded. I should have known, but Lee Sin gets a retribution kill on me. And from there, unfortunately, it turned into a bit of a shitstorm. Lee Sin just tries to kick me out of my ult. He flashes back into my ult to get saved, and I then have to flash away to survive. Unfortunately, Alistar again hits me. The ignite from Alistar secures the kill, but Draven was smart enough to throw his ultimate across. Blitzcrank, however, no chance to get out. Lee Sin, again, he's just trying to find me at every given opportunity. I got knocked up, I didn't have my ultimate ready, and I just get killed off of that. Draven does finally see a bit of sense and comes towards the kill, but it wasn't enough there. Again, we're just getting pushed down, not much we could do. Jinx started to get big. Ahri with her charms was pretty monstrous. We do manage to shut down Alistar, who somehow got on a kill spree, and I get away, luckily thanks to, again, the passive on the W. This I was quite happy with, because there was a whole team fight there going on. Nobody was really paying attention to the fact that I was just sat there getting a free dragon. Okay, a lot of my team members died. I couldn't save the Malphite there. Alistar, unfortunately, headbutts me through the wall. I can flash over and I get out alive. Our base is getting pushed in. We do manage to get like a bit back on the split push, but this fight here was really good for us. So again, tries going for the back line. Jinx get deleted by Malphite before anything can happen. Lee Sin, unfortunately, you're in the wrong neighborhood, motherfucker. You get downed. And Tahm Kench does manage to get away. He built Dead Man's Plate, gives him that bonus move speed. The exhaust, unfortunately, saves it, doesn't save him, and he's down for the count as well. And off of that, again, we didn't go for Baron, which was unfortunate. I think that should have been the best call there. But Xerath gets caught by the charm. I really should have tanked that, but I didn't want to. I'm a bit more effective than Xerath at this point. Again, percentage health. Alistar pops his ultimate, so he doesn't really take that much damage off of it. We get caught in the middle of a team fight. Jinx, you're down. I pop the ultimate on myself to save myself. Again, this ultimate is such a good team fight tool. It resets the fight. It reset our cooldowns back in my favour. I can leap over. Unfortunately, form mail that Tahm Kench built kills me. I didn't realise that though. I had Jinx targeted at this point, and this just goes to show that even though she was the crit building machine, I could beat her out thanks to the combo that Kindred has. If you build enough damage on them, it's good enough. We team fight, we team fight, we team fight. They're pushing in. Xerath gets an amazing 3 shots of his ultimate off there. Tahm Kench, he just sits there. This is why the Kench needed to be benched. Look at this. He's tanky without even really trying that much. He manages to flash away. Dead Man's Plate kicks in, and then we couldn't get to him. We get a couple of kills here, get benched, and we manage to get 2 members of the opposing team. Draven is just zoning. He manages to nuke out the enemy Jinx, and we get a Baron off of this, and they're just walking in one by one. These are just silly plays that they're making. We capitalise on that. We get the almost ace. Lee Sin went back to base because he knew it was a fruitless task, but from there we just shove their base in. I used my ultimate, bit of restored there just to make sure I didn't die, and from there we just pushed in. We won. We dodged the Jinx ultimate there. Jinx, don't stand a chance, girl. Get out of here. We take towers, and we manage to pull that back and get a win. So we're currently sitting at 3-1 on the placement scoreboard. Going into the 5th match that I'm going to show you today, fortunately I got stuck in support, so I picked Poppy because, you know, OP. And that E there, the Audacious Charge, it's just so good against terrain. So from there, we pick up the nice kill on Hecarim. We managed to get the exhaust onto Volibear, but I couldn't get an angle to which to knock him up again, so I kind of messed that up. But we go back into bot lane. Unfortunately, and this isn't Flame in the slightest, but this Sivir wasn't the best in the world. I tried to zone the Graves there in order to make sure that she could get out alive, but Volibear, he had different ideas. Volibear procced his passive, she comes across, Matt tries to get the kill, but unfortunately Graves manages to get it. And this is just going to be a short montage of me continually dying, because it wasn't fun. Knocked Volibear to try and stop him from leaping against the Sivir. I used my W to try and prevent the Graves from dashing against him, but again, I'm just trying. I managed to save her this time and knock Volibear to try and get that extra damage off. We get the kill. Graves here stayed a bit too long. Again, against the wall. Elise at this point, she did manage to get a couple of kills under the belt and did pretty well with it. I don't mind giving the kills over, but here I fail her ultimate there completely. If I'd managed to get maybe the Volibear out, I could probably have survived this, because the Hecarim charge against the Fear, that's fine. The Graves wouldn't have been able to manage to pick up the double kill there. Wasn't jungling, so I didn't have smite to secure it. I tried to go in, I tried to make sure they did it, but I couldn't really do much of anything. Zed tried to get a kill, we fail, I'm dead, I'm just dying, I'm 1-5-3 at this point. Graves is fed as hell. Wait, this is just a... This is one of those games that I'd just rather forget. Lux, we could not get onto. I somehow managed to get the kill on Hecarim. I went to flash over the wall before I got let on by Volibear, and this is just a quick surrender by everyone. I was the only guy that voted no, because never surrender. I mean, if any of those games beforehand showed, you know, it doesn't matter about the early game as long as you can make sure you have the right choices in the end game. But that's a surrender. It's cool. So that's going to be the first 5 matches. Next Friday, going to do the other 5 matches. Apologies for the length of it, but you know, don't have to stick around if you don't want to. So that's it for this Friday. Hope to see you here this time next week. So stay safe. Peace.